Have you ever seen a home sitting on the market for 60, 90, or even 120 days and immediately thought, there must be something wrong with it? What if I told you that some of the best opportunities for buyers right now are actually the homes that everyone else has already scrolled past? And stay with me until the end because I'm going to share the one question I asked before touring a longer market listing that has helped my buyers save thousands of dollars. If you are thinking about buying a home in Mansfield, Arlington, Burleson, Midlothian, Fort Worth, or anywhere in the DFW area, this strategy could completely change how you try searching for your next home. Hey friends, I am Stephanie Deeds, broker and owner of Point Realty right here in Mansfield, Texas. I have been helping buyers and sellers throughout Mansfield, Arlington, Burleson, Midlothian, Fort Worth, Grand Prairie, and communities all across the DFW area for more than 14 years. Over that time, I have helped hundreds of families buy, sell, relocate, upgrade, downsize, and navigate all kinds of housing markets. And one thing I've learned is that some of the biggest opportunities are not always the homes that everyone's rushing to see on day one. Sometimes the best opportunities are hiding in plain sight. Before we jump in before we jump into today's strategy, I think it's important to talk about why understanding the current market matters so much. One thing I tell my clients all the time is that you need an agent who understands the market that you're actually in today, not the market that we were just in 2 or 3 years ago. In my 14 years of real estate, I've seen a lot of different markets. I've seen buyers have all the power. I've seen sellers have all the power. I've seen homes sit on the market for months. I've seen homes sell in a matter of hours. I've helped clients navigate historically low interest rate, rapidly rising rates, bidding wars, multiple offer situations. The truth is, real estate is constantly changing. The strategies that worked during the frenzy of 2021 and 22 are not necessarily the strategies that work today. Back then, buyers often had to compete with multiple offers, waive contingencies, and make quick decisions. Today's market requires a different approach. And that is why it's so important to work with an agent who is actively helping clients buy and sell homes every single day. An agent who has learned to pivot with the changing market. One who hasn't could cost you opportunities, negotiating power, or even money. One of the things I love the most about still being an active agent while also serving as a broker is that I'm seeing these shifts happen in real time. I'm negotiating contracts, I'm touring homes, I'm advising buyers, and I am helping sellers every week. I'm helping clients make decisions based on what's happening right now, not what happened years ago or even months ago. And that's exactly why today's strategy is so powerful, because some of the opportunities that buyers have today simply didn't exist a few years ago. The market has shifted. If you've been following the DFW real estate market, you've probably noticed that homes are taking a little bit longer to sell than they did a few years ago. And while some people see that as a negative, I actually see that as an opportunity. Many buyers are still searching the way they did during the hot market years. They're only looking at brand new listings and they're assuming that anything that's been on the market for a while must have a problem. But that is just simply not always true. In fact, some of the best opportunities may be sitting right in front of you. So let's think about this for a minute. Have you ever looked online at a listing and thought, well, that's not very impressive? And then you see it in person and it's completely different. It happens all the time. Some homes sit on the market because the photos are dark and poorly taken, or the home was initially overpriced, the marketing wasn't effective, buyers overlooked it, the timing wasn't ideal. Maybe it needs cosmetic updates. I've walked into homes that looked average online that I was blown away by when I saw them in person. Sometimes great homes simply just don't get the attention that they deserve. So when I'm helping buyers find opportunities, there are several things that I am paying attention to. First, I'm looking at price reductions. If a seller has adjusted their price once or twice, that tells me that they are paying attention to the market and may be more open to negotiations. Second, I look for cosmetic issues, paint colors, older flooring, light fixtures, landscaping. Many buyers cannot see past those things, but cosmetic updates are usually much easier and less expensive to fix than location, layout, lot size, or neighborhood. Sometimes the homes everyone else skips become the ones with the best value. So let's talk about the number that really gets my attention: 60 days. When a home crosses that 60-day threshold, I start paying closer attention, not because there's necessarily something wrong with it, but because the seller's situation might be changing. Maybe they have already moved. Maybe they're carrying 2 mortgage payments. Maybe they've had to relocate for work. Maybe they're simply tired of showings and keeping the house spotless. The longer a home sits, the more likely the conversation shifts from how much can I get to how can we get this sold. And that's where buyers might have really good additional opportunities. And this is where strategy becomes important. Most buyers only focus on the purchase price, but sometimes the biggest saving comes from negotiating other terms. Depending on the situation, buyers might be able to negotiate lots of dots and no more words. Depending on the situation, buyers may be able to also negotiate closing cost assistance, mortgage rate buydowns, repair credits, home warranties, appliances, and a more flexible closing date. I've had buyers save thousands of dollars by negotiating the right terms, not just the right price. Now, I do want to give one word of caution. Just because a home has been sitting on the market doesn't mean you should automatically submit an unrealistic lowball offer. Every property is different. Every seller is different. Every situation is different. The goal is not to offend the seller. The goal is to understand where opportunity exists and to create a smart strategy around it. That's where having an experienced local real estate professional can make a huge difference. Now, remember the question I promised in the beginning? Now, remember the question I promised at the beginning? Whenever I see a home that's been sitting on the market for a while, one of the first questions I ask is, why hasn't this home sold yet? That single question tells us a lot. Is it price? Is it the marketing? Is it the condition? Is it the timing? Or is there something deeper that needs more investigation? The answer helps determine whether we're looking at a hidden opportunity or at a potential issue. And that's exactly the kind of due diligence that helps buyers make confident decisions and potentially save thousands of dollars. If you are looking to buy a home in Mansfield, Arlington, Burleson, Midlothian, Fort Worth, or anywhere throughout the DFW area, don't just focus on the newest listing. Some of the best opportunities may be the homes everyone else has already scrolled past, and they are sitting right under your nose. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of today's video. I truly appreciate you spending part of your day with me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to South of Cowtown with the Deeds. We release a brand new video every week covering DFW real estate, market updates, home tours, buying tips, selling strategies, relocation advice, and everything you need to know about living south of Cowtown. And if you're thinking about buying a home and want to create a smarter, more effective strategy in today's market, I would love to help. Reach out to me and my team at Point Realty, and let's create your next home, your next chapter, and your next winning home buying strategy. Until next time, I'm Stephanie Deeds, and I will see you on the next episode of South of Cowtown with the Deeds.